I felt like it was Fat Thor, from the U.S. Army or something.
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pub Stomp, a podcast about games, TV shows, movies, and pop culture in general. Every episode, we discuss topics that we find interesting. Come join our shenanigans.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. I'm here with Mexy.
Hey.
And Trigoman.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And I'm Tyler. Welcome to Pub Stomp.
Nice.
That's good. That's good.
We're back. We're back.
3 for 3.
Yeah. Can't stop us.
We're going for a record here.
Oh, man. So what are we chatting about today, Mexy?
So I don't know about you guys, but I like movies a lot. And lately, I've been trying to see how Netflix has been doing with their movies. Because when they first started, not the greatest. Not the greatest at all. The shows were great. Movies, eh. So, how about we start with something from their olden days, when they barely started getting good. Did you guys ever see Bright?
Yeah, the one with Will Smith.
So what'd you think?
It's watchable.
It's watchable.
Entertaining.
Entertaining.
Okay.
I feel like the world that they created, not that they created, that they reused for the most part, has potential.
Wait. Let's back up there a little bit. What do you mean reused?
Reused? Oh, like the entire idea of orcs, elves, magic. It's not like they invented it. It's been used before. They did it in a somewhat unique way, and I look forward to a second movie for sure.
Me too.
I don't know. Is it going to be a second movie?
It was supposed to be like a whole series kind of thing, and like it kind of seemed like it died.
Because I watched the trailer and it was a really good trailer, and then I watched the movie, and it was just a cop movie with racism disguised in form of, I guess, imaginary orcs and.
They're not imaginary. They were right there, man.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, like I thought it was a really interesting concept, like modern day fiction. I don't even know what the genre. I know fantasy. That's the word I was looking for.
Fantasy. Make believe.
Make believe. But like, yeah, at the end of the day, it was seriously just like cops and racism. And you just sprinkle in a little magic here and there to make it seem cool. But, I don't know.
Yep. This is a simple plot for sure.
Yeah. I was just looking at it. They did order a second movie, but they haven't restarted it. They said they were going to, I guess they're trying to find a director for it. Which I guess kind of cool. I don't know. Seeing the quality of that movie, 2 movies now, it's kind of hard to be like, yeah. But I guess like, Artemis Fowl, right? I just want to see it because I want to see it.
Yes. It was not as bad as Artemis Fowl, for sure.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
By far, my favorite part of that entire movie was watching, like, I think it was like a dragon in the background, like at the beginning of the movie. It was just like, okay, that seems interesting.
I mean, I guess the theme of the movie now kind of like resonates with what's going on, right? Like current day, like present day, right? It's like the struggle of power and racism, and I guess it was, I don't know if you know what I mean, like this theme fits with what's happening now in 2020, but
This is true.
Yeah, but it's like it was then when I watched it, then I was like, whatever.
Look at you now.
You've evolved.
You've evolved.
I mean, it's still, like you said, a very simple, straightforward plot. Cops, racism, find some bad guys. You, what's it called? Have empathy with the people of other, or like I don't know. I have a hard time saying people because it's an orc. I don't know what creatures of other types. I don't know what are we saying.
They're humanoids is the word you're thinking of.
Humanoids.
That's the classification in D&D.
Yeah, humanoids.
Yeah.
It's like I was like, oh, they're not as bad after all.
It was kind of interesting too because like there was like racism within the same group too, like because like Jacoby was from one orc thing. They were like bloodless or something. They were considered, right?
But he was like the low of the low, right? So
yeah, and then like the other orcs were something else. Like, so that was kind of interesting to see, especially like in the end when it kind of changes everything. It's like a heartwarming story where he finds a family. So cute. So what did you guys think about like the end and like, you know, what's his name? Will Smith. we'll call him Will Smith for some reason. Daryl, yeah. You know, ends up being like, oh, he does magic. Was it like expected, or because I was personally kind of hoping it was the orc. I think it would have been way more interesting.
Honestly, I don't remember. I watched.
It's been a while.
So I don't know. Maybe you can like recount that what happened there, because I have like maybe it'll once you say the words it'll like come back. But I don't remember.
Okay. So then when they were talking about like magic in this world, like you can only do magic with wands, right?
Yeah.
And like every race, well, not every race, only certain races could do magic, and there was like 1 in every 100, and I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Like one in every 100 or something like that, elves could do magic. But for humans, it was like 1 in every million, 1 in a million. Haha. And then that's it, right? And then so like you kind of like get this feeling that maybe Jacoby was special, you know? And it would have been kind of cool to see him do the magic instead of Will Smith. Because from the beginning, Will Smith was pretty much against everything, against orcs, against all the magical stuff. Like he just wanted to be normal, right? And then it ends up being that he can do magic, which kind of kills that whole character thing, flaw, I guess, in my opinion. But whatever.
He became a believer, man. He became the thing that he hated the most, and he understood it, and then now everything's fine.
So he's Neo.
Yeah, except Neo wanted to be Neo. So
that's true. Pretty sure Neo. No, pretty sure the entire movie he's fighting like I'm not the one. And then at the end when like he dies and there's like he's starting to believe. Boom! Like okay, he's Neo. See?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, that was a good series. Like for me, it died right there at that moment where he came back to life, and that was the perfect ending for The Matrix. But then they made two more. They made two more movies.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Your exact words were, "That was a good series. They should have stopped it right there."
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they should have, like, you know, it was a good movie. Sorry, that's what I meant. A good movie. Stopped it right there. Call it a day, and then go delete the other movies.
Hey man, but they're making a new one. Okay.
Really?
Yes. And everybody's coming back.
You can't do that.
They're gonna reboot everything eventually.
I don't think it's a reboot.
4?
Yeah, bro, it's Matrix 4.
How are Trinity and Neo still alive? That doesn't make any sense. No. All right, you know what?
I don't even remember. Did Trinity die in the last one?
Man, where were you? Yes, she died.
I don't remember that.
Everybody died. Okay, that's why it doesn't. Okay,
oh, that's right. That's why he didn't have he didn't care, right? He's just like, I'll do whatever. I'll die.
She's like, whatever. I don't care. My bay is gone.
I'm scared.
I lost the will to live. Okay,
yeah,
2022. All right, I did not know this.
You're welcome.
But sorry for the tangent here. Anyway, back to Bright.
Back to Bright. Nah, let's get off of Bright. Bright is done.
Bright's done. I mean, I guess takeaways. Cop movie. If you like cop movies, it's good. If you like movies about like contrasting, like if you don't like to think about race in terms of like actual human races, that's a good one to kind of like abstract it away and make it less weird. It's still weird because it's yeah. Anyway, just watch it. Watch it. I think it's worth watching. I think it's worth watching.
It was visually good movie with a decent world, and
you got Will Smith,
but it wasn't. Yeah.
I think the word we're looking for is had potential.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, let's fast forward a little bit to a more recent movie, and like Tyler and I saw this movie before it came out in a test screening, right?
Whoa! Before it came out, whoa!
Yeah.
You guys special.
It wasn't even done yet.
Yeah.
It wasn't even done.
No.
How does that even? How did they just skip parts of the movie?
Yeah. So basically, the movie we saw at that point was 6 Underground.
Uh-huh.
And I don't even know was that early 2019 when we saw that?
It's been a while. I don't remember.
So they had a test screening like a long time ago, and then they were basically like, "You can't talk about this movie." They made us sign an NDA. We can't say anything about it, and then that was it, right? And then we watched it and we're like, "Oh, this is cool." I don't even think at the time we knew where it was coming out, right? We were just like, "I don't even know what this movie is. This is interesting though," right?
Yeah.
But like how like when you say it wasn't complete, like was it like halfway done or was it done all the way from beginning to end? But these missed pieces.
It's like mostly done. There's just certain scenes that like they haven't finished CGI or whatever, so it's like or like they haven't added sort of some of them. I don't remember in this movie. I remember in another pre-release I saw they had an entire animated scene.
Gotcha. Oh,
but in this one, like bam. You know, they'll show like a laptop, and like the laptop is just a black screen, and they'll just like put text over it. They're like, "This is like a GPS map or something."
Oh, yeah. I see.
Stuff
That's
like
interesting. That. Interesting.
This one had more like, I know which one you're talking about too, but this one had more like there was a certain scene where like Ryan Reynolds is talking to another person, but the Ryan Reynolds wasn't there. So they just had like the person talking and then a picture of Ryan Reynolds, the person talking, and then they moved to a picture of Ryan Reynolds. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
And when you mean Ryan Reynolds, you mean one, right? The character one.
Yes.
You guys speaking character names, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
The character one.
Yes. So that's actually interesting. So I guess you rewatched it when it came out on Netflix. I guess you had to, right? Because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So
it's so weird watching a movie. I guess you would have to like movies to watch it in an unfinished state. Kind of like.
It's kind of interesting to watch them because like you get like a different perspective. Like sometimes there wasn't music. I remember that too. Like the music wasn't down and the sound wasn't done.
They also ask you like what you would change in the movie. So then when you watch it on Netflix or when it releases wherever, you see if the plot changes.
Okay, I guess it's kind of neat.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I don't think they listened to me.
No.
What did you say?
I don't remember.
Oh, what?
Oh no, I did. I said I remember saying it needs more explosions.
Really? Is that what you said? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Because that movie was not lacking explosions.
So I remember when we were sitting there, and I think it was Tyler next to me, and we were talking about the movie, and we were like, we didn't even know who was directing it, right? They didn't give us any information about it. But as soon as like the movie starts, there's an explosion, and I remember it was either Tyler tells me or I tell Tyler. I don't remember who did it, but it was like, I think this is Michael Bay, and then his name pops up on the screen.
Nice.
I was like, not even 10 minutes into this movie, like immediately explosion.
Yeah.
Oh god, the ridiculousness of this movie was like perfect too, right? Because it's just like. It was like Mission Impossible light, maybe in my head. That's how
it's kind of hard. I don't know. I wouldn't even put it in that light, right? Because it's like, I mean, I guess that the plot of the movie is like you got this guy one who's rich, who was a rich guy or whatever, and then he decided to, I guess, disappear and fake his own death, and he recruits other people, and also like and now they're trying to like fight crime. It's kind of like, but like do shit that the government wouldn't do.
I don't think it's crime. I guess considered crime, but like war criminals, right?
War criminals, yeah.
Like the worst of the worst sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like in this movie, they go after a dictator who killed a bunch of civilians, and like you find out how they cross paths, right? It was very interesting in that case. Like, because you get glimpses of one's life, but you also get glimpses of some of the other characters, but not too much.
Yeah, but I mean that's why I guess that's why the movie was so long, because like the first I guess arc like, for me split into a few chunks. Like the first intro, like first 30 minutes was just like them in a really super like active scene where like all of the characters 1 through I guess 5, I remember, if I remember correctly, were they stole something. Then they're running around city, like they expose you to what's going on, so you don't know anything about anybody at that point, and
Sarah,
then they go into like
I would like you to
their backstories.
State what they stole.
I don't remember. What did they steal?
They stole somebody's eyeball.
Oh, that's right, the eyeball. All right, the eyeball. Yes, because they need it for the next mission.
You just gloss over that. Well, they just stole something.
I mean, it was steal. I guess steal is yes, because that's the okay, I remember that, the eyeball.
Yes.
Yeah, because they killed off a few characters at the beginning too, like the driver, which is sad because I like them.
6.
Yeah,
6.
That was my feedback. Was they killed Dave Franco too quick?
Yeah, I was like, that was a cool character. Why did you guys get rid of him?
Yeah.
And then I don't remember who else died there, but
I mean,
but I guess it frames you. It frames the perspective, like these people are disposable. Everybody's disposable, right? If you die, I'm sorry, goodbye.
I'll get another number.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it had like the perfect mix of like action and funniness, and just like weird sci-fi things. Like towards the end when they're in the boat with the magnets and stuff, that was insane.
Yeah. That's gotta be my favorite part of the movie, the magnets.
It was something I'd never seen before for sure. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, because I was like before they engaged that like the boat, they were talking about like composite, like how the guns were made out of plastic and the body armor was made out of some other composite material that wasn't metal. And I was like, okay, so what? I don't give a shit. Like I don't care. Like, and then like, oh, the magnets, it all makes sense. I was like, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, like exposition. That's stupid.
It's like, who cares? Are you trying to be green? Like I was expecting like, oh, they're trying to get through some like stealthy environment that has metal detectors, but like doesn't make sense either. But then
nope, just giant magnets.
Yeah, giant magnets.
That was pretty cool. That whole scene at the end too is just interesting. I mean, just from like the beginning where like, do you think the bad guy's gonna get away, but he doesn't get away? But then like everybody's dying in the boat. Like it just goes wrong in so many different ways. It's like I don't know.
I would have liked to see more humor, like one, or I guess Ryan Reynolds' characters. Like I remember I associated him with like Deadpool, right? So that kind of humor is what I like. It's kind of like when you see Iron Man, right? Like you see that guy. I forget his name. What's his name?
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, that guy. He always has the same character. He's always playing the same character, the funny guy, whatever. So you know what to expect when you see him in a movie. And I saw this guy in this movie. He kind of was doing it, but it felt a little forced. It was kind of like more like dad jokes kind of style, right? Like it wasn't that funny, at least to me. I don't know. Maybe I missed.
Yeah, maybe because he's in a more of a leadership role.
Yeah, but even then, he wasn't. Yeah.
Nah, I agree. Because sometimes he would say these jokes, and they're like, not the right time. Like,
it's like
like I want you to be more serious because you're supposed to be the leader, right?
Yeah, either be serious or like don't be serious. It was like, I don't care. Like I didn't think you were gonna get this far. It's like, dude, like all these people are relying on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's cool. It's cool. I mean, it's not his fault. Director's fault.
Stretch. Nah, man, the director did what he wanted to do. Explosions.
Explosions.
Got explosions everywhere. Pew, pew.
Yeah, that they do have. Yeah.
He was true to character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
But
on
overall-
brand.
Yeah, I think overall it was. I did like the movie. It was what 2 hours and a half. I have a problem with super long movies. I mean, you guys believe that it was the right length. For me, it was like I watched it in three segments. Is insane.
The movie wasn't 2 hours and a half. It was only 2 hours.
Oh, I just felt like forever, man. I think they could have cut a bunch of parts out because I was like, you don't need to know any of these things. You can just go. Yeah.
It might have been too long for me. In the beginning, they show like almost the FBI most wanted board or whatever with the guy they're gonna go after, the warlord, and then like 5 other people, and then they only go after one of them. I remember thinking at the end like, okay, this is 2 hours, and they took down one of the guys.
Yeah, it did get that vibe where like this is supposed to be a longer series kind of thing, and then it just kind of ends, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that the ending was like all like trying to be inspirational too, and I was like, guys, just get over it, just go. And I don't know. They show the scene where the the parkour guy and the other chick are like climbing the mountain. It's like, what is this? Like, is this an inspiration? Is a TED talk all of a sudden? What's going on here? Like, I hope they make a sequel because it feels there needs to be more. I want to see more of this style.
It feels unfinished.
Yeah, it feels unfinished.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. I felt the same way.
But if we're talking Netflix movies as a whole, and if they're getting better, I would say probably yes.
Yeah. Which movie makes you think that?
Maybe Extraction.
Oh, that
You were fishing for a segue, right?
maybe.
No, of course not.
No, I mean,
It's a good segue.
Yeah, that was a good segue. Perfect. Extraction was good. I enjoyed watching Thor shoot everybody.
It felt like a Rambo movie, right? It's like one guy, one gun, billion bad people, kill them all with one shot. Was it Call of Duty?
Yeah. I felt like it was Fat Thor, from the U.S. Army or something.
Oh yeah,
Green Beret, Fat Thor.
Yeah, he wasn't looking very swole in this one, but that's okay.
really? Because this guy was.
Nah, dude, if you haven't watched the Avengers, we've established this, but like in the Avengers, that dude's like ripped. Like there's just muscles coming everywhere, right? Like in this one, he looked more normal, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
He looked ripped to me. I was like, damn. This
I
guy's
meant more
ripped.
in attitude, but
Oh,
yeah.
attitude. Okay.
I mean, definitely wasn't as ripped as Thor.
Nah, in attitude, I think he was still Thor. He's in there to get the job done.
Yeah. When I heard the voice, I was like, that sounds familiar. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right, Thor.
Thor. This movie is so amazing. Just like the action like starts and just never stops.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I watched a thing on YouTube that they showed how they filmed that like the chase scene where they're like when he gets the kid and they're going through the city and like they do a car chase. And apparently it's all done with one camera. Like they have a guy strapped onto a car with the camera, and then when the car stops, he walks the camera into the vehicle, and then they like do some magical cut and he ends up being in the car. So, but from when you're watching it, it looks like one whole fluid scene. And there's a part with where the back window of the car shatters, and that's another transition. But it was kind of cool how they explained it. We'll link it or something because it's easier if you watch it because it's pretty interesting. I watched the movie because I watched that making of scene. So I thought it was kind of cool. But yeah, overall the movie was nonstop.
Yeah, all those
Insanity.
scenes were super fluid. Like the fight scenes,
Yeah.
the dialogue in them. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if I've ever seen dialogue during a fight scene quite like that before. Like, it was crazy.
That is true. By
Like
the
when
way,
he moves the kid, when
yes,
he's like shooting and he's like move, and it just felt so natural as part of the scene, kind of like a Jason Bourne movie, but in some ways better.
Yeah, like they were doing the things you would think they'd be doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speaking of kids, did you guys find the scene where he's fighting the kids in the alley hilarious when he's just slapping them around?
Yeah.
Oh, God. The disrespect, man.
Disrespect. He wasn't even pushing, he was just slapping them in the face and then smacking them with like I mean, it's kind of like it's messed up that kids are holding guns and trying to kill somebody, but I just thought it was, I couldn't stop laughing because he was just slapping them around.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't afraid to go there with the child soldiers and kids in general. Like they just throw
Right.
2 kids off the roof.
Yeah, that was,
wow. They just did that.
They just did.
You're not even ready for it. It just happens. Like, whoa, okay. This is where we're at. There are some things in this movie where just like insanity too. Like, once they rescue the kid, right? And the Indian super soldier shows up. like they literally had like accident after accident. They get hit by cars, like crashes. At one point, Tyler runs him over with a truck.
Oh yeah.
The dude stands up. He's like, I'm hurt, but I'm okay. I can still keep going. Like, what?
That was a shocking hit too. Like, took my breath away how hard he was hit.
Yeah, like I wasn't expecting that. Like I was expecting he might get hit by a truck, like by a car, maybe a bike or something. Nope, full on semi truck. Boom! Like whoa.
Yeah, Saju, right? That was the guy. Yeah. So actually, so that was one thing that I found a little bit confusing, right? They hired Tyler and company to go rescue the kid from the bad guy, and then the kid's father was in jail, but he also had this Saju guy working for him. So now they were both tasked.
I was super confused in the middle too. I had to pause it and think about it for like 15 minutes.
I got you. Exposition time.
All
Ready?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So Saju goes to the kid's dad, the kid's dad tells him, "You save my son, or I'm going to kill your family." Basically.
Right.
All right. So the guy goes back to talk to his wife. His wife, they're like trying to talk it out, figure out what to do, right? And then basically Saju says one line which says, "They've frozen all of his accounts. He doesn't have enough money to hire this company, but maybe there's something I can do." So what he was doing basically was he had enough money to pay the down payment, which is why they were over there, right? They were like, okay. And then as soon as they wanted the second half of the payment, that's when he betrayed them because he didn't have the money for it. He didn't actually have the money for it. So his plan was, I'm just as good as Tyler. I can just murder all of them, get the kid.
Yeah, he almost succeeded. But I think, that's what I suspected. But I was somewhere along the line, I was confused. I was like, what? They're all going... Because Tyler is a good guy. He won't like kill the kid because they don't have his money. And the other guy was also a good guy. So I was like, why 2 guys?
I think the guys, like the company had the whole thing where like, if you don't pay us, we'll just abandon the job, right? Take the money and go. So I think that's where the guy was coming from, maybe. I don't know.
That was a little...
It had good, like, good, I don't know if symmetry is the word, but I felt like it had good symmetry because like, he has the kid and then he has to do something with the kid, and then he didn't stretch it out too long. He called Saju.
Yeah,
he called him at the right time. They didn't stretch it out, and then they started working together at the right time. I felt like, and hand off and stuff.
It was very fluid. Like this happened and this happened and this happened. Like it made sense, the progression.
Yeah, there weren't any there wasn't any downtime because like unlike the other 2 movies, there were some weird gaps. It's like, what's going on? Why are we looking at this scene? Is this relevant? Who cares? It's definitely an action movie. This is only action. This guy is, if you want to see Thor, like Mexy said, just shoot a bunch of people. This is a movie for you.
Oh, dude, like that final scene at the bridge. I'm pretty sure I looked at the time. It was like 30 minutes long, I think. I'm fairly sure it was like 30 minutes long.
From the I guess the distraction to the bridge.
To cross the bridge?
No, from the moment that the action, like right before, like they're like, okay, we're doing this, huddle up, shake hands, go team. From that moment to basically when he falls off the bridge, it was like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I looked at my time and I was like, oh man, like I wonder like how much is left in this movie. I was like, all right, 30 minutes. And it still kept going. I was like, oh my God, like there's action everywhere. This is supreme action.
Yeah.
It felt natural though. It wasn't forced. And it was good. I liked it.
There was one thing that was forced and annoyed me so badly.
Oh.
Because you know how there was a helicopter coming to get him, right?
Yeah.
And then at one point, the girl, I forget, Nick, I think was her name.
Nick, yeah.
She's like, she calls the guy in the helicopter. Is like, hey, what's your ETA? And he says 2 minutes. 2 minutes, like 2 minutes into this 30-minute scene. Like, oh, it was insane.
Hey man, it's movie time. Don't worry about it.
I get it. It's movie time. But I was just like, why even say it? Like, don't throw a number in there if you're not going to keep up to it, you know? That's just my thing. I get it.
I'm always 15 minutes away, you know? I like, how far are you? 15 minutes away. Don't worry. I'll be there in 15 minutes.
No. 15 minutes? I would have been fine with 15 minutes. 15 minutes is a reasonable number, in my opinion.
Yeah, but 15 minutes to go rescue.
He said 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, fine. At this point, you're just nitpicking.
I am nitpicking, yes.
There's not much in the movie, really, to pick apart. Like, unlike the other ones where we could eliminate entire scenes. I don't know what you could cut it.
Oh, man, this movie was just like beginning to end, super action. Not a lot of dialogue, in my opinion. I think the most speaking was like 3 minutes at a time, and then action.
Yeah, the bad guy, like, I don't know what his deal was. I guess he is like a drug dealer or whatever. I don't know. Like that part to me felt like a little bit like they needed a bad guy, so they had this bad guy. He wasn't afraid of kill children, and he wanted to get this guy's kid for a reason, and that's the part that felt a little bit like could have
rival drug lords.
Just rival drug, yeah. And that was it. That was it. Yeah. So that would be the only part like that was a little bit like I wouldn't say bolt on because they need a bad guy. Otherwise, there's no purpose. But there was no story. There was nothing, right? Maybe this doesn't have to be. Maybe. Yeah, I wasn't dissatisfied. Yeah.
Nah, I think they just kind of say that he was trying to humiliate the other guy because the other guy was in jail, right?
Yeah.
So the only way to humiliate him was basically take his kid, murder him, and be like, "Ha, I'm the better drug lord."
That's chop your finger.
Yeah, exactly. Like chop your finger. What? 2 of them. Make sure it's the left one so you can still shoot. What?
Yeah, and I like how they give Tyler like I mean, he doesn't care to do reckless jobs because he wants to die, I guess, because of the backstory of his son dying when he wasn't there. Like they always show him when he's about to die. He has like flashbacks or memories of his kid, and if he actually dies, it's like he can finally see his son. Like, okay, I'm like, all right, that was a little heartwarming moment, you know. It's like finally he can die in peace.
Yeah, that guilt story got me too.
The guilt story.
When you add that too, I feel bad for Saji, right? Because this guy was just living his life, doing his thing, right? And then he just gets dragged in here because the other guy's like, "If you don't save my son, I'll kill your family." And then he dies at the end. It's so sad.
I thought he was gonna live for sure. I was shocked.
I mean, you kind of know that he's not gonna make it. Like, I don't know. I mean, you want to, but it's like he's gone.
Yeah, no, I had hope till the end. You can't take it away. I mean, they framed him as like the family man, and then Tyler was obviously like broken. So I thought, I don't know. I thought he was gonna survive, man. I mean, it was so abrupt.
It was. That's the sniper shot. I was like, oof.
That
was rough. But
yeah, I remember that too because the police chief or whatever is like, "Give me my gun." I was like, "What are you gonna do with your gun?" Oh, that's what you do with your gun. Gotcha. But oh my god, I lost my mind when that dude gets shot. When Nick shoots him, that was super graphic. Like, shoots him, and there's an explosion of brain in the background. I was like, "Whoa, that was a little much." Much.
I was gonna say they didn't hold back on the gore on this movie. It's just like, it was like okay. I mean, it's a
That
high
was-
caliber gun, so probably realistic.
I'm sure.
But
It was also like the perfect like take the shot moment. You know?
Yeah. Do it now. You're like don't let him die.
Yeah.
Not that it mattered, but what'd you guys think of that? The ending.
yeah, it's okay. I mean, I don't know. The
You weren't impressed by the fact that the dude was still alive?
what do you mean the guy was still alive?
Oh my god! Did you miss that entirely?
Did I skip something?
You know how the kid goes into the water?
Yeah.
When he comes back, Tyler's in the background.
Wait, what? Did I miss it?
Oh my god! Go kick up Netflix right now. I think it's I remember seeing it was like an hour and 42.
Tyler, you got this, or was I the one?
An hour. And,
I didn't get this. No.
oh my god!
I was hung up on the fact that I was just happy that they gave us something after the fact, like 8 months later, and she kills the drug dealer. After that, I was happy. I was done.
Yeah, that was cool. That was like okay, like and in a very
Okay. Boot up Netflix real quick. Hour 42, 56 seconds.
Hour 42.
Hour 42, 56 seconds. I can't believe you guys missed this. This is like shocking.
Okay, the little
That's
boys
him.
underwater.
Yeah. He pops out. Background. Look at the background.
Okay, look at the background. All right.
That's him.
I guess
I was wondering who that guy was too.
I feel dumb now.
Oh,
I was like, why is that guy so blurry?
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, that was cool. All right. Cool. How did he live?
See, now I feel better.
I don't know. I don't know how he lived, but oh my god. Like, I'm so glad I shared that with you guys. So you
Yeah, I was because I was like that movie. That last scene felt a little slow. I was like, okay, whatever. Why are we watching a little kid swim in the water? So I guess it all makes sense. Maybe there's gonna be a second. No, there's no need for a second part.
No, there's no need for a second one. It should just end right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's good enough to.
He found redemption with this kid, and I think that's all you need to know.
Yeah, and that's it. End of the story.
Yeah.
And the bad guy got shot in the face
Yeah, man. That was
in the bathroom after. Oh, that was
just like made his death meaningless. Boom. Oh. Oh god.
okay. Oh,
Well, now it's
thank
like
you
the
for
perfect ending.
yeah. Thank you for showing us that.
You're welcome. All right. I think we could call it for today.
Yeah.
That's a good ending to this ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Netflix movies are getting better. So I look forward to seeing. I guess we have a few more movies to talk about in the books here, but we'll touch on those at a different time.
Yep. All right.
Cool.
See you guys. Peace.
All right. See ya. Thank you for listening. If you like this podcast, please give us a star, heart, or leave us a review. You can follow us on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube at Pubstomp Podcast. That's PUBSTOMPOD cast. For more episodes, go to anchor.fm/Pubstomp. Music provided by 99 Lives. Credits are in the episode description.